Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will explore how to use a pre-trained deep learning model in QGIS for building segmentation. To do this, I will download the area photo from USGS Earth Explorer. Then I will apply the mentioned methodology in the QGIS environment for building segmentation. Okay, let's go. First of all, I'm going to the USGS Earth Explorer website that I will provide the link of this in the caption of the video. Okay. From login, we can sign in if you have already an account. Otherwise, you need to create a new account. In the next step, I have to define an study area, for example, this city. By clicking on the screen, you can define your study area from datasets, aerial imagery, high resolution ortho imagery. By clicking on results, it's gonna list all the available images for us. It's worth to mention that these aerial images with the highest spatial resolutions are available for United States and also some European countries. Check which one is suitable for you. You can choose one of them. Then you can download it. For example, this one is good for me. Using download options and click on download. Here I have to define an output for my data. Okay, and save. When it's down, we can extract it since it's a zip file. Go to the Save It folder, right click, and extract file. Okay, very good. I have prepared all required data. Right now I'm going back to my QGIS environment. The plugin that I'm going to use for this purpose is Deepness plugin. Since I don't have this plugin, from plugins, manage and install plugins, from search, we can look for Deepness. From here, you can see this plugin and also further information regarding this plugin. By clicking on install, it starts to install, and also in the next step it's asking about installing all the packages. I'm saying yes, I want to. It's gonna take a while in order to install all the packages that are available for these plugins. The main advantage of this plugin is to provide deep learning pre-trained models in QGIS for users, and this is a very good option. I want to show you some further information regarding these plugins. After installing these plugins, I will go to the QGIS plugin websites and I will show you how to use and also further details of these plugins. Since it's installing its packages, it's gonna take a little while. Okay, very good. When it's going to finish, it's gonna show you this message. It's asking you to click on quiet. When you click on quiet, it's gonna close your QGIS software. Then don't worry and click on quiet. Then you can open your QGIS again. As soon as I opened my QGIS environment, we can see installed Deepness plugin. Double click on the plugin. It's gonna add here, and here we can see its properties. I'm gonna back to the QGIS plugins, and from here we can see further information regarding this one. It's providing different segmentation models as well as regression models, recognition models, and object detection models. Depends on your usage, you can choose one of them, specifically these models, and you can apply these models in other remote sensing or aerial data and see the result. For example, here, as I said before, I'm going to use this model, building pre-trained segmentation model. Click on this one. Here, there is a link that I can download this one with the format of ONNX. This is a pre-trained deep learning model. Click on that, define an output, save. Very good. If you need further information regarding this plugin, use this one, UI explanation, and here we can see different information regarding the properties of this plugin, from input until exporting data. Okay, I'm gonna back to my QGIS environment. In the first step, I'm going to add my aerial image from open data source. This is the image, open. By clicking on add, it's gonna add it to my QGIS environment. Until now, very good. Right now, I'm going back to Deepness plugin. As the input data, I'm defining this aerial photo. If you have more than one layer, you can see the list. Between them, you can choose which one is suitable for you. From area mask, you can choose the appropriate option that is good for you. For example, visible parts is mentioning that. For example, I'm zooming in this part. This is a visible area. If I want to apply the pre-trained deep learning model for this area, I'm using these options. Otherwise, for entire layer, I'm using this one. And from polygon, if you have a polygon that you imported in your QGIS environment, you can use that one in order to limit it to a specific border. From ONNX model type is segmenter. As we mentioned, I'm going to do a building segmentation. For this purpose, I'm choosing this one. Here also we have the other options like regressor, detector, and so on. From model file patch, if you remember, I downloaded this one, this model, segmentation model. I'm gonna upload that model here. For this purpose, I use browse. Okay, you can see its format with ONNX. By the time that I call this model, you can see further information regarding this model. like batch size, channels, heights, and width. As the input channel mapping, we have image inputs, model inputs. I'm going to put in default. However, if you want to do some modification from advanced option, you can do this. For example, model input, you can change the bands. If you have more than one band, or you are highlighting one specific band, you can choose one of them. However, I'm using default mode. In processing parameters for resolution, it's asking about the resolutions per pixel. Here I'm going to use 100. For example, if I use 3, it's gonna add and also segment the small areas. However, you can choose and also by training, try different segment resolutions. You can see which one is covering your buildings appropriately. For example, based on my experience, 100 is good. Here I don't want to change the tile size because it's pre-trained and also predefined. Tile overlap, I'm putting them in default, and also probability threshold. If you are looking for further details regarding these options, you can come here from UI explanation, for example, input data, the model, input channel, resolutions. Here you can find the comprehensive information regarding these properties. Okay. In the next and also final step, I have training data export. Here I want to export all segmented buildings. For this purpose, as the output direction, I'm defining a folder. Put a name as output and select it. There are two options here. One of them is asking about export image tiles. If you want to have the image tiles, you can use these options. Otherwise, you can choose these options, for example, export segmentation. But this is the final steps. After applying segmentation, I will show you how to do this. Okay, everything is ready. Now I'm going to zoom in a little. I can click on run. Here we can see the process and also the time that you need. Since I have a highest resolution, not I mean 100 here, you can see resolutions per pixel. It's gonna be a little fast. However, if you use, for example, 3 here, it's gonna take a long time. Let's wait a little for the results. As soon as it's finished the processing, you can see a brief information regarding the background area, how many percentage, and also built up area, how many percentage. The model we can see worked well. Apart from some areas, some buildings, it works well. And here we can see the result, background and also buildings. If I deselect this one, we can see the result in an appropriate way. Okay, very good. Right now I'm going to export the segmented area from training data export. As I said before, we have two options here. I'm going to use this one, export segmentation mask for layers. From here, we can see background and building. Since I'm going to use buildings, I'm choosing this one and export training data. It's going to show me the result of exporting. Right now it's exported from open data. I can go to the folder that I defined here, the output, and we can see the result in different masks. Depends on your usage, you can choose one of them. However, I wanted to show you the mask that we exported from here. Okay, very good. I can do this for whole the image if I want, but it's gonna take a while, it's gonna take long times. I hope the content of this video will be useful for you. If you like these types of video, please like the video and also subscribe to my channel in order to be notified regarding the future videos from my channel. Thank you very much for your attention.